Okay, so Shane here, daily-astrocat.com. Today is Tuesday, and it is the something. What is it? It's the 10th. It's the 10th of June, and we've got the moon in Sagittarius all day long. What's up with that? What's that going to do, huh? Well, what is the character of a purely Sagittarian moon? Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is in Cancer, so we have a mutual reception going on there, right? That's kind of interesting. So, what are you in the mood for? What is it that you're going by? What is your intuition telling you? Sagittarius, being ruled by Jupiter, that is the sign of prophecy. Okay, get the moon in there. We're getting some intuitive feelings. We're getting some very prophetic feeling things going on, and today, you're going to be a little bit more optimistic than you were yesterday, because this is where we're going. We're letting go, right? We're building up to that culmination where we're actually, when you're going on vacation, you got to take some time off, and then you're finally just you're done worrying, you're done doing everything. You just got to do it. You just got to go. That's what that is. That's that feeling of letting go. That's that feeling of like, oh my goodness, everything's done, right? Sign of long-distance travel, education, and prophecy, the higher mind, wisdom, right? It's already written in there. The galactic center is in Sagittarius. We're coming up to close to that point, right? The full moon's going to be in Sagittarius, and that will occur tomorrow. So, what do we got going on? And by the way, when I say tomorrow, I mean, what do I mean? I mean at 3:44 in the morning, okay? So that's pretty early. That's a nice moon, right? That's going to be a good moon. This is called the strawberry moon, and it's called that because this is when strawberries typically are ripe, right? Unfortunately, I'm allergic to them, but that's okay. Look, there's something about this that, there's something about Sagittarius that, although it can be that, it can also not be very serious. And this is where we get some kind of a loose feel to today too, right? Trust yourself. Listen to your intuition. If you're feeling loose, go with it. If you're feeling pretty decent about it, then you're going to feel it too. It's 3:44 in the morning tomorrow. You have all day to prepare for that full moon. So that moon's not going to be full. You're going to feel it, but it's not full until Wednesday at 3:44. Okay? Just happened to look over at that book, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not the right day. That's right. Now, that's all good, right? Tout bien. Today's keyword is unfocused, like I just did there. The color is cerulean, which is like a blue with green in it, right? That's an interesting color. It's got that greenish hint. There's some contrast today, and it's going to be quite interesting. Jupiter is in a cardinal water sign, whereas the sign that Jupiter rules is a mutable water sign, right? And the sun is also in mutable Gemini. So we have that easy feeling going into the next couple of days, kind of that mutable feeling where we can kind of, there's a fitting together of the puzzle pieces, which happens. But it would be like if the pieces were made of something squishy, pliable material, so you could actually get those pieces to go together if you were clever enough to manipulate that material and get it done. And that's a great word for it, too, because Jupiter rules both Pisces and Sagittarius, whereas Mercury rules both Virgo and Gemini. So those are the two signs of the thought processes, right? Mind. It's how we learn. It's education, right? There's early education, later education. There's higher education, right? There's a spiritual kind of education that goes along with it. It's unspoken. So that's what we got going on. This is a big shift. We're going to begin experiencing kind of these prophetic and, believe it or not, psychic things much more frequently and on a much more personal level. Spirits, they're starting to talk, right? Let them speak. Pay attention to doorways, gates, and portals, and don't ignore repeating numbers. There is a field to all of this. there's actively commingling. There's a commingling of energies. And you're going to feel it. First degrees of Aries, first degrees of Cancer. Cardinal signs, right? It's a square. What's it going to do? What is that tension going to produce? That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about a little bit of tension, but we're talking about kind of a tension in a helpful way. Those crossing patterns aren't necessarily always combative. They can bring out some of the very best in us by showing us contrasts, different approaches, and throwing challenges in our way. Saturn is in one of those points. When Saturn's there, that challenge is for you to rise above and to see if you can't overcome whatever it is that's being thrown at you. When you do that, that's when you get the Saturn's reward. So think about that as we go into today. And this is going to start affecting us throughout the rest of the month, right? As we get towards the solstice, this is going to be very, very interesting how this plays out. Now, there's Sabian imagery for both of these signs, right? Now, the first degree of Cancer has that ship with the flag unfurled entering the harbor. I went on about that last year. It was beautiful, right? Mm-hmm. You know, that flag just comes out as it enters the harbor. Friendly waters, right? It's where memories are. It's shore leaving a hometown, right? That's pretty much what that means. And then the first degree of Aries was that woman emerging from the sea with the seal wrapped, touching her leg. That emergence, that transformation of spirit, that's that being made from the water, right? Emerging from the Pisces season, ready to go. Okay, now, I wrote down the woman emerging from the sea with the seal as her emotional support creature. Oh, sometimes you're just too funny, Shane. Now, you need to use your powers to the fullest. That's right. Flow is important. Do the flow things, okay? I'm serious. I flowed last night because Carrie wasn't feeling very good, and then I wasn't feeling very good. Change it up. Change your flow. Look at where you're going. Get others to help you out. But you have to stay. You have to set the tone yourself, but you still need the support of others, because that's what's very important. Creatively, energetically, and for your health, okay? That's what you got to do. You got to flow for your health. It's for physical health, mental health, whatever it is that you're doing. Mm-hmm. The more things that you do to facilitate flow in your life, that's how you can go through it, right? Backups and blockages, Reiki and stuff like that, where we don't have chakras cleared, where we're not functioning at our fullest level. That's how you get physically sick. That's how those things can happen. Backups and blockages, they're anathema to a functioning and well-tuned organism. We are organisms of the cosmos, so this is why astrology is so important to us. Now that you put up with that, okay. In 1845, Andrew Jackson's African gray parrot, Pole, is removed from his funeral for swearing at the Hermitage in Tennessee. Yep, parrot swore. Outlived him. Funeral attendee recorded before the sermon, while the crowd was gathering, a wicked parrot that was a household pet got excited and commenced swearing so loud and so long so as to disturb the people and had to be carried from the house. Mm-hmm. And our birth is in 1922. It's Judy Garland. Do I even need to tell you who Judy Garland is? She was born in 1922. She died in 1969. Oh, Meet Me in St. Louis, Easter Parade, and of course, The Wizard of Oz. And we do remember her for Somewhere Over the Rainbow. She's born in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. And that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for coming by. Today's color is cerulean, and the keyword is unfocused. 9 minutes, almost 10 minutes. Yeah, I pretty much embodied the keyword there, right? Do the right things for you, okay? Listen, don't create blockage. Go with your own flow. Appreciate and love every single one of you. Today is a 5. Happy astrocatting.